Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's the newly married Matt Hardy standing here right in front of you. But on this occasion, I have a very special wedding gift for each and every one of you. In case you haven't heard, Omega, the organization of modern extreme grappling arts, a wrestling promotion that I created in the mid-90s, has officially relaunched. And this relaunch actually began in January of 2013. This Saturday, we have our next huge event. It happens in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. The show's entitled Chapel Thrill. It pits me versus C.W. Anderson and Shane Helms versus the King Shane Williams in two matches that are qualifiers for the Omega Heavyweight Championship. The match I'm going to give you right here for free in its entirety is the main event of Chinlock for Chuck. It's a huge 8-man tag. Myself, Matt Hardy, and my brother Jeff Hardy, teaming up with the Hurricane Shane Helms, and our partner is TNA's James Storm. We'll be taking on TNA's Gunner, along with the King of Old School, Steve Corino, his tag team partner, C.W. Anderson, and the sign guy, Lodi. Legitimately, over 1,300 people in the building. It was really the icing on the cake that night is that we raised almost $20,000 for Chuck Coates in his battle to pay his medical bills as he's been battling cancer. With all this being said, I'm going to let you enjoy this match in its entirety. And this is truly a throwback to when wrestling was great. So you guys enjoy this, and if you're in North Carolina, come out and see us this Saturday, October the 12th at Chapel Thrill.
Tensions are rising in this 8-man tag team main event. Matt Hardy was going to throw his t-shirt to the crowd here just as a gesture to show the support, the thank you rather, for the support of all these great fans that have turned out here. Gunner was having none of it, and it looks like they're going to start this 8-man tag team extravaganza of Gunner, Lodi, the Extreme Horsemen, Steve Corino and C.W. Anderson, against the Cowboy James Storm, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, and the International Heavyweight Champion, the Hurricane Shane Helms. A literally once-in-a-lifetime collection of talent in this main event contest here at the Chinlock for Chuck, and 4 major stars in our industry, 4 decorated champions, all just took turns teeing off on Gunner, Grant Sawyer.
I tell you, this is a truly magical night, a magical event, and I've been to, God knows, 1,000 shows. I don't think I've ever heard a crowd the way I heard a crowd during the introductions of the Hardys, Shane Helms, and James Storm. It's absolutely electric in the building. I wish everyone could feel what it's like to be inside Northern Durham High School.
Of course, all of these individuals, as well as everybody else on the card, coming together for this great cause. All the information on everything that we're doing here tonight is at chinlockforchuck.com. It is back in 2006 that Chuck Coates was first diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. In 2007, he was pronounced cancer-free, but it came back early last year. It came back in 2012, and with his doctor bills, his chemotherapy, everything that Chuck Coates has had to endure this year to help with the expenses, with the costs, with him being out of work for so many weeks and months, that is what has brought us all here together. This Chinlock for Chuck benefit spectacular event, and honestly, nothing else going on anywhere in the world will you see these 8 wrestlers in the same match as the Hurricane just stops C.W. Anderson in his tracks and now goes to work on the arm. Grant, you can literally feel it, like you talked about, the magic, the excitement that's in the air here in Northern Durham High School.
And for the first time, we see the TNA champion, Jeff Hardy, in the ring.
Hardy and Anderson know each other well. Pretty much everybody in this match knows each other extremely well. Hardy's, Anderson, Helms, Corino all made their held on to the legs. Then C.W. Anderson, all those guys made their names on the North Carolina circuit, wrestling Omega, wrestling for Count Grog's SCW, and countless other regional promotions in the 90s. All went on to international fame, and now all of them are back here in Durham, North Carolina on this magical night as the Impact Wrestling Heavyweight Champion of the World tags into his brother, the Hardys, working together here in Northern Durham High School. Hardys sending Anderson off, and a page out of the Hardy Brothers playbook with that diving body attack from Jeff. Matt Hardy waits on CW and tags him with a right.
How good is it to see Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy in the ring together, doing what we used to love so much? Oh, and Corino with a big clothesline on Matt.
We talk about the Hardys and their reputation as a tag team. Anderson and Corino make one of the best tag teams you will see literally anywhere in the world. Steve Corino tags in, I believe, something like 75 at least tours of Japan that the Extreme Horsemen have been on together, literally countless matches overseas, and Corino decks Hardy right in between the eyes as the Extreme Horsemen have changed the complexion of this match and have now got Matt Hardy on the receiving end of their punishment. Boots go up in the corner and Matt Hardy eats 2 or 3 of them as Helms steps in, tries to do something about it. The team led by Corino has isolated Hardy, and now Matt Hardy needs to make a tag to basically anyone on the apron, fresher and in a better place to do something than he is right now, as he is getting rocked as Lodi tags in for the first time in this contest, and the sign guy makes his cover. Gotta believe that the Horseman and Gunner are maybe a little bit more motivated to score the win here, because these are some nasty individuals.
Oh, yeah.
These are some mean people, and they would love to spoil this wonderful, magical moment that we keep talking about. A guy like Gunner would love to pay the spoilers and send everyone home kicking the dirt and upset that the hometown heroes got beat.
Yeah, they'll be happy to show up and participate in this event to raise money for an old friend in Chuck Coates, but they have no love lost for the individuals that are standing across the ring from them. Now, we would like to point out for everyone that's enjoying this match here on DVD, just like the event itself, 100% of the proceeds went to Chuck Coates. 100% of the DVD profits go to Chuck Coates as well. And if you would like to donate additionally, please go to chinlockforchuck.com. You can always donate to this man and this cause through the website.
And if you catch me as I'm leaving the building, I'll take tips too. Tag into Hurricane Helms. Matt Hardy makes the tag. Helms is legal. Rocking C.W. Anderson right now. Anderson reverses it. Tastes the boot of the Hurricane. Flies with the head scissors. Takes him all the way over. Shane could be calling for that big choke slam. He loves it. Got him goozled. Anderson is going to go for a ride here. No. Great placement of that elbow. Rocking Shane Helms. Heads up. Fast and furious. Action is picking up here.
Series of reversals.
Oh, God. Spine buster in the middle of the ring. No one in the sport drills anyone with a spine buster like C.W. Anderson. Cover. This is going to be it. No. Helms slips out. Helms survives. And Gunner, the big bad powerhouse from Impact Wrestling, is back in.
C.W. Anderson has unquestionably changed the direction of this entire match with that spine buster. And like you said, Gunner is the one in the match now. Gunner and James Storm are the two individuals in this match that really didn't have the ties to Omega. They had their friends on their opposing sides. But these are the guys that really, more than anyone else, can really stand out even more, being that this is not their territory. This is the Omega territory, the Hardys territory. But Gunner and James Storm, they're this generation, the TNA guys that are here that have given their time up to participate in Shinlock for Chuck.
It's just like you said about the Extreme Horsemen team. Yes, they've donated their time to support the cause, but there's still that competitive spirit. We've talked about it all night long. There is still that spirit that every professional wrestler has that they don't want to lose. They don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to feel like they wasted their time competing because they got beat. So yes, even though we're all here for a great cause, you've got to believe that just like you said, oh, we're going to see some shake and some bait from the Extreme Horsemen, just like you said. Storm and Gunner really are in a situation almost cover. Woo! Close, 2 count.
Did Shane almost get pinned off the shake and bait?
He almost got pinned off the shake and bait. Gunner and Storm are in the position really to kind of grab the headlines in this thing. The story not so much about them tonight, but if either one of them plays a factor in the deciding fall and really makes their impact, no pun intended, on the main event here at Shinlock for Chuck, you're exactly right. They've got the opportunity to grab the headlines out from under people like the Extreme Horsemen and the Hardys who have made their name here in the Raleigh-Durham area. Helms, we're going to power out. He's got Lodi up and drops him hard. Of course, Lodi responsible for helping break in people like C.W. Anderson. He's teamed with Corino countless times before. Count Grog, all the old ties of the mid-90s that we talked about. Lodi was right there and a part of it. C.W. Anderson tags back in. Controlling the hurricane is the goal right here. Anderson and Helms duking it out here. The next big haymaker is going to change the story of the bout. Helms is socking CW in the jaw, but CW need him in the guts.
I was going to say, CW has some of the prettiest punches in the sport, but somehow Helms get the better of him.
Double underhook and drops him on the back of his head as you see James Storm, the Hardys, and about 1,000 people here in Durham, North Carolina that are encouraging Helms to make that tag, and he does. He found the charismatic enigma, the former WWE champion and the current Impact Wrestling heavyweight champion of the world, flies against Corino.
Inverted atomic
drop, and he held on to him, Grant. Drops the legs. Corino is getting rocked and rolled here by Jeff Hardy. Woo, another near fall.
Jeff Hardy as much fire, as much passion, as much love for the sport as he did 20 years ago.
Twist of fate, no! Corino countered the twist of fate, a brilliant move. He held on. He would not let Jeff Hardy finish the move. He did not get the maneuver, and now it's breaking down.
To the shock of no one.
I think that was Cowboy James Storm that just flew to the floor. They've got Jeff Hardy isolated now. Send him off to the buckle. Big forearm smash. Another one. Lodi flies and drops him with a clothesline. And Big Gunner runs all the way across the ring. All at 275 or so pounds came crashing into Jeff Hardy. The Extreme Horsemen, Gunner and Lodi, have got the TNA World Champion isolated. Corino going for the sliding D, and he drilled him with it. Cover, this is going to be it. 2, no. breached so that it's not compromised. They're playing King of the Hill right now.
TNA champion or not, 4 against 1, you're gonna lose, and that's exactly right. Super kick! One of the prettiest you'll ever see. There's a count, and Jeff Hardy out before the 3.
As close to near fall as we've seen in this entire bout off of that gorgeous super kick. Anderson means business. Look at him standing tall, owning the ring. The Extreme Horsemen standing over Jeff Hardy like vultures ready to pick the meat off the bones. Got Hardy by the hair. Northern Durham High School watches on. The Extreme Horsemen are going to play the spoilers here. No! Oh God, he tagged Corino! He tagged Corino! Again, Gunner and Lodi breaking up any signs of momentum that Hardy could begin to put together. Double line. No! Hardy and Helms on the outside. I've got Gunner. Boom! Double knees in the back, the last fall. It's really breaking down here, Grant.
Out of control, and now the tide has turned as only Steve Corino is left in the squared circle this time.
Oh, he's surrounded too. We talked about protecting the fort. He's surrounded. Super kick the last call. Good Lord. Twist of fate. Corino is being absolutely destroyed. Choke slam from Hurricane Helms and the charismatic Enigma, arguably the most popular star in all of wrestling, is about to take flight. Boom! Drills the swanton. No one to save Corino, and that's it. 3 count. The Hardys, Hurricane Helms, and James Storm win a classic main event.
Absolutely incredible event here at Chinlock for Chuck, worthy of any pay-per-view you would ever see, and the 1,000 people here in Durham, and God knows how many watching on DVD. What an incredible night this has been.
Keep coming back. I got a family to feed.
Get with it, boy.